Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Tacoma. My name is Reverend Lori Erwin-Johnson, and I am your spiritual leader for today, and I use the pronouns she and her. And if this is your first time here, I'd like to welcome you. I'm so glad you decided to join us. If you've been here before and you enjoyed being here, I appreciate you coming back and enjoying some more time with us because we have an exciting talk today. We're going to be talking about the second week in Faith in Action and the book that we are studying. So I'm real excited to go into that. So welcome, good morning, and welcome. All right. My talk title today is Lifting the Vibration, Expanding the Soul Through Love. And we are continuing on our journey through the book, Understanding Your Soul, The Channeled Wisdom of Jesus by Christine M. Bush. And we're going to look at chapters 2 and 3 today. So I'm really excited about that. It is about going deeper into what we've already started in the introduction and chapter 1. And we're going to be talking about what it takes to be responsible with the energy that we carry and what it means to live as souls instead of our personalities and the labels that we give ourselves as human beings. But we're going to be talking about what it means to be a vibrational being of love and light. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. But before we go into that, I'd like to go into and talk about our art installation. And every week we have a new one. You can see it's behind me, but I would like to share the PowerPoint that I have. Please bear with me as I'm getting all things together. And all right, so our artist today is Patricia. Patricia has this beautiful art piece. You can see that the different colors. So it is a two-piece art piece. So you can see that the one on the left is supposed to be on the bottom, but it's really hard for us to see. If I put them on top of each other, we don't have as much room. So we're going to be looking at it from here. You see that she has a bunch of different people, individuals. I'm not going to call them people because they are entities, they are souls. And you can see that she has words like teaching and learn and all of that on both sides. So this is the bottom portion. And then this is where we end up, where we are full of love. She's got love, 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 love all over this portion. So I'm really enjoying this piece. And I thank you, Patricia. And we got to look at it quite in depth before we started today. So I just wanted you to know that Patricia is our artist and it's just beautiful. Thank you so much. And each week we'll have a new artist. I can't remember who next week is, but you'll see it on our artist wall. We have an artist wall. So you see that we have Patricia's on the left for today, and Denise was last week. So we will build upon this artist wall each and every week throughout Faith and Action. So I'm looking forward to that and to be able to share that with everyone. I'm just looking forward to it filling out. It's going to be awesome. All right. All right, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with my internet, so beware. Okay, so let's invite Victoria in for our announcements.
Good morning, everybody. Next week's artist is going to be Katie.
Thank you.
And,
I didn't have the list in front of me, yes.
Yeah, I pulled it up. So it's next week is Katie, and it's about the heart that heals. So that will be just wonderful. I just love the artwork from today. We are just spilling out some wonderful artwork for this Faith in Action. And this Faith in Action is going to go through the rest of October and into November. November 15th on a Saturday from 10:30 until 1:30, we're going to be having an in-person brunch get-together at the Parkland Library. So you'll hear more about that every week up until the time. And our sandwich making projects for our outreach for the homeless is really going well. We are uniting with other folks in a common goal of helping those who who can use our help, who need our help. And our next sandwich making day, which will be Saturday sandwiches, will be on November 2nd at 11 o'clock, the usual time. That's the first Saturday of the month, at the building at 5401 South Tacoma Way, November 2nd, 11 o'clock. Some of us get there early, so if you want to get there early, that would be great. We are there for about an hour to an hour and a half maximum. And I think other than that, that's really all I have to say, unless you want to tickle my memory, Lori, or
No,
anyone else.
no, look, sounds good. I have an additional announcement that I'll add to yours. So I would like you all to make sure that you mark your calendars for Sunday, October 26th. We have a special guest speaker. And if you know, if you've ever visited the Spiritualist Church of Tacoma way back in the day, we have guest speaker Jen Stumpf, and she is from Glow Spiritual Healing and Wellness, and she is a multidimensional channel and an intuitive mentor. So I'm going really excited to have her be our guest speaker to talk about what we're talking about in our Faith in Action. So that's the 26th. And so look forward to having her, and Christine S. Young will be our musician that day. So I'm looking forward to having them both. It's going to be awesome. All right. So let's go into our prayer. Let me share my screen again. And let's see if I can get the prayer for protection up for us. I'm using PowerPoint. I don't usually use PowerPoint, but today I am. All right, let's say the prayer of protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. So let's just take a moment, take a breath, and let's feel into where we are right now. Allow our breath to go in and out as we settle in, moving away from those things that distract us from the outside world, going within, and bringing ourselves to a place where we are connecting with the universal all. Each and every moment, each and every breath gives us the opportunity to connect. If we do so, if we remember, if we just set the intention to be aware, we can go within just by taking a breath. There's so much going on in our world right now that allows us a lot of questions, brings about a lot of instability and feelings of the unknown. But the only moment we have is the moment that we have right now. And so we remember that right now we are safe, we are cared for, we are loved. That's what's important. We are always connected, always grounded, and always, always surrounded by love and light. So it's with gratitude I say thank you. Thank you for all this opportunity to be able to be here, to learn, to love, to share, and to bring hope into this wonderful, beautiful world. And so it is. Amen. Let's say our affirmation with each other. You can see that we have the names of all the attendees that we had last week and a few extra. If you are interested in being part of my wall, of our wall of affirmations, please email me at lori@unityofTacoma.org, and I would be happy to place you on the affirmation wall. Our affirmation for today, let's say it together. I am here to learn, to teach, and to raise the vibration of myself, others, and the universe. Let's say that again. I am here to learn, to teach, and to raise the vibration of myself and others, and the universe. We have this wonderful book that we're reading right now. It's Understanding Your Soul by the Channeled Wisdom of Jesus by Christine Bush. And we were very fortunate this week to be able to hear her speak and to talk at Unity World Headquarters, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. I have two readings for today, one from chapter 2 and one from chapter 3. And those are going to be the topics of my discussion today. And we're going to be breaking it down a little bit. So the thing is that there's so much information within each chapter that it's really hard for me to break down two chapters in one. So what I've been doing in one talk. So what I've been doing is I've been taking it out and just taking some excerpts that I found were pertinent within the chapters, and we're going to be focusing on those during our talks. And then if you want to get into a deeper dive into what's going on, we do have our Faith in Action book study that meets on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And if you're interested in that, please, again, email me at lori@unityofTacoma.org, and we would be happy to get you into that book study. All right, so let's go into the excerpt from chapter 2. So chapter 2, when your soul is here on the plane of pure energy, it exists at whatever level it has achieved. We have spoken on this and how your soul, as pure energy, is always seeking to expand and to grow. You have had many experiences in prior lives that brought your soul to the level where it was prior to your current life. In previous lifetimes, your energy may have expanded or may have contracted. It is all dependent upon the choices you made and the actions you took in those prior lifetimes. You are totally responsible for the actions and choices that have brought your soul to where it is now. There is no judgment of these actions, and there is only consequences for them, consequences to the vibrational level of your soul. No one sentences you to punishment. No one accuses you of sin or casts you out. There is only unconditional love and the opportunity for you to remain at the vibrational level where you are, or to seek experiences that allow you to learn, to expand, to grow. In entering a life, there is not only the opportunity for you to increase your own vibrational level, there is also the opportunity to assist others in increasing theirs. You incarnate both to learn and to teach. You incarnate to increase your vibrational level, the vibrational level of others, and ultimately the vibrational level of the universal all. And the chapter 3, it says, souls are not superior or inferior, and neither are their physical manifestations. All souls are on a quest for expansion, and their physical manifestations are offering opportunities for expansion or contraction. It is necessary for you to look beyond the physical manifestation and to see the soul behind it. This is not easy to do. When you are confronted by individuals who are manifesting hatred, violence, anger, discrimination, you don't want to ignore their actions and allow them to continue, and you should not ignore them. You are meant to be an activist in the name of love. You are meant to counter darkness with your light. There is a saying that you may hate the deed, but not the doer. We would restate that, saying that you may counter the deed, but love the doer. Does that seem impossible? It is not. So those two readings are what I'm going to be talking about, because we had a really fun week this week. We had Faith in Action on Monday, our book study. We met and discussed the introduction in chapter 1, and I'm always inspired and fed whenever we get together as a group. It's always awesome to have a conversation because it deepens our understanding of what it is that we're reading. On Tuesday, some of us were able to attend Jesus Will Take Your Questions Now, which was a channeling experience with the author at Unity World Headquarters. And in the book, Jesus speaks through her. And during this questionnaire, Jesus also spoke through her. to answer questions that we presented to her, or the audience presented to her. And it was very thought-provoking, and it provoked a lot of conversation. And there was a lot of opportunity to expand more on the book. So I was really excited to be able to have that opportunity to listen to that, to Jesus through her, through that channeling experience. Like I said, our readings for today is from chapter 2 and 3, and it expands upon the really deep dive that we took in the introduction in chapter 1. And we're going to continue to do that throughout Faith in Action. So it's going to be a really great opportunity. So I'd like to first talk about what they talk about in the book. And it says, when your soul is here on the plane of pure energy, it exists in whatever level it is achieved. Your soul is pure energy, is always seeking to expand and to grow. You are totally responsible for the actions and the choices that have brought your soul to where it is now. There is no judgment and there is no sin. So that's something that's counterintuitive to what we've known as Christian individuals. If you grew up in a Christian household, you know that sin is something that we've created and something that we would like to avoid. And in this case, it says sometimes that information, those choices that you made, that you're experiencing the consequences for, are happening right now for you in this lifetime. May not have been from it may have been from the previous lifetime. So we need to remember that we are now responsible for what it is we're doing now with our energy, not what we did before. We maybe experience the consequences of what we did before, but we are responsible for changing that and uplifting that. And we have the ability to do that. We can do that by just putting our attention to it. And that's extremely freeing, because it reminds us that there is no eternal punishment, that we are souls that are always expanding and growing and full of love. And that is the basis of all of our experiences, no matter what's going on in our lives. Excuse me. But it's also humbling, because we are responsible for us. Even though we are part of the greater whole, that we are part of the universal all, the spirit, the God that is without and within, we are ultimately responsible for what happens to us and to what happens in our lives and what happens around us. And we're not responsible for other people, but we are responsible for the actions that we take in the world. And so that gives us a little bit of power, but it also gives us a lot of responsibility. We are the ones that make the choice. We can't blame it on somebody else. We can't say, oh, I don't know why God's doing this to me, because that's not the case. The case is that we are tapping into the universe and what's happening in our lives and how it works and how it changes and how it expands. That is how our responsibility in this lifetime. So it says that you are totally responsible for the actions and choices in the book. And in Unity, we often affirm that we are co-creators in our lives. So if we are co-creators in our lives, then ultimately we are the architect for our own experiences. We create what it is that we want based on what we thought and planned, and the ideas that we've planted in our minds and other people's minds, or actions that we've acted out previously in our lives. This is what we're experiencing right now. And so the idea of we are a soul's expansion then, and it's our responsibility to change it, and in Unity we know that we are co-creators, then we can create our future. We can create what it is that we want to experience. So it takes us even deeper. It shows us that we are part of that continuing soul's experience in life, and we are responsible for our portion of it. So that gives us a lot of power, but like I said, it should make us a little humble too. It's like, oh, now I have this. What do I do with it? And how am I best showing up in the world with it? And how am I contributing to it? Every Every choice that we make, every act of love, or when we're experiencing fear, all of it contributes to the vibrational tone of our souls. So whatever it is you're experiencing, you're feeding your own soul. You're feeding that part of you. So it's not a judgment when you experience these things. It's not positive or negative on the soul's part, because it is learning what it needs to learn. We're the ones that identify judgment. Human beings identify judgment. And we are always free to choose another path, to choose a higher vibration. Every moment offers us the chance to move toward greater love, greater peace, and more awareness. In unity language, we say that the law of mind action, so the thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. And Charles Fillmore said, what we think in our hearts, so we are. So unity and what's happening, what's being channeled through the author Christine Bush in the book, is very aligned with what it is that we believe here at Unity. We know exactly our soul is always expanding or contracting based on our energy that we hold. So if you find yourself stuck, whether you're stuck in guilt or resentment, or if you're fearful, that's not punishment. Now think of that again. It's not punishment when you're feeling all of those things. You are receiving feedback instead. Your soul is saying there's a higher note that that's waiting to be played in your soul. You need to hit that. You need to go higher. I love what the statement reframes what the tradition of sin is. And I've always talked about sin as being off the mark, because sin is an archery term that means that if you shoot your arrow and it misses, you are off the mark. You have sinned. And that is what it actually means. And so when we look at the way sin is represented in the book and represented in our discussions, is that you see that there is no punishment for this being off the mark. There is really nothing else to do but to pivot or to shift or to change. So if you were off the mark, say you were doing archery and you had your bow and you had your arrow and you missed, and you're like, oh, how did I miss that? What would you do to fix it? You'd change your direction, maybe how high you shoot it or how low you shoot it based on what you experience. So all of the experiences you're having right now in your life is feedback from your soul telling you to get back in line. And it's showing you what you need to change in order to get back in line. So this is not God giving you this fearful wrath that we've learned as children. It's growth. God is giving us growth. That soul's energy, the universal all, loves us enough to allow us to learn through our experiences. The idea of consequences is just feedback. It isn't shame. It's about a vibration, getting into the right vibration. It's like learning an instrument. Like I said earlier, so, hitting that note. You play the wrong note and you don't get punished for it. You just change. You hear it that it's wrong and then you fix it. Spirit works the same way. When we act from love instead of fear, our vibration expands. When we act from fear, then instead of love, it contracts. So the universe isn't punishing us. It's just mirroring what our own energy is putting out there. It is allowing us to see where it is that we are, and that telling us that we need to get back into alignment with what it is that that higher vibration is calling us to be. So our work is not to strive to be better souls. It's to remember that we are already souls and that we're already perfect and loved and divine in itself. And so we are already luminous. We are already perfect. We are already divine. And that's something that we need to remember. Everybody close their eyes for just a second. We are already divine. We are already the light. We are already perfect. So the work of our spiritual growth on this physical plane is to clear away everything that obscures that light that is shining through us. It's the fears, it's the judgment, it's the resentment, it's the illusion that we carry of the separateness that we feel. It was the poet, the Hafiz, that said, I wish I could show you, when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. So we're reminded to remember who we really are. So when we also in the passage that I read, it talks about entering the life is an opportunity to increase our vibrational level. So we are increasing our vibrational levels. But it also says that we are here to assist others to increase theirs. We incarnate to both learn and to teach. So we are not here just for personal evolution. We are here to lift up one another. Every encounter, I'm talking every encounter, even the ones that are, I don't know, every encounter, every relationship, every moment of compassion, every moment of forgiveness is a chance for expansion. In unity, we often say, I behold the Christ within you. And that isn't just a nice phrase that we use. It is a spiritual act. It reminds us to see beyond the personality, see beyond the mistakes or the life choices or whatever it is, the outer form of the individual that you see, and see their soul. You see their essence. And we hold that vision for each other. We are literally raising the vibration of everything on this planet. Every act of kindness, every prayer that we send out, every moment that we are present for someone else, we are aligning ourselves with that resonance of love in the universe. That's how the universal all expands through us, when we share our light with others. Now let's look again in the next chapter. The idea that no soul is superior or inferior. And we talked a little bit about this during our book study last week. Souls are not superior or inferior, and neither are their physical manifestations. And it's really hard to think that way, especially when we see things going on that we don't agree with, things that are negative, people that are acting in ways that we don't condone. We don't believe that they are in alignment with that divine line. And it really talks about you may counter the deed, but love the doer. So that's what it says in the book. You may counter the deed, but love the doer. So that means you don't have to like what they're doing, but you do have to love the soul that they are. And it allows you to have that higher vibration again. They're not bringing you down vibrationally and allowing you to contract. You are expanding through your connection and your higher vibration. So it's easy to love people who are kind, easy to love people who are nice and generous and giving and peaceful, because that's what we want to experience. That's how we want to show up in the world. And it's hard sometimes to really look at people who act out of hatred, who act out of fear, maybe ignorance, inability, or people who are judgy. It's hard to love them on a human level, from a human experience, from our cognitive ideas. And the teaching that they're sharing is saying that we are not to condone or approve of their harmful actions. We're not doing that at all. It is saying clearly we should not ignore them. So even though their experiences are harmful, and we shouldn't ignore them, and we can't condone them. So we need to take action in some way. That means that we become activists in love. We stand up for what's right, and we bring light into darkness. But we are also called to look beyond their behavior as human beings and see the soul that's behind it. A soul that is lost, a soul that is asleep, a soul that's in pain, or just off track. The love the doer doesn't mean that we're excusing their actions. It means that we hold a vision, a higher vision for their divine self and their potential, even while addressing their behavior. And those of us that have children, or if we have pets, we know that when they misbehave, we are correcting them, but we still love them. We know that the behavior that we want to experience is different than what they're showing, but we don't stop caring and loving for them and having compassion and holding them in our hearts. So we need to remember that. Jesus modeled that when he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. He didn't condone the deeds that the people who were coming after him were doing. He was seeing a deeper truth within that being. Each and every person that was responsible for that, he was seeing a divine presence, that space that is beyond that universal all, into that space beyond the human form. And that's what we're invited to do. We're invited to practice as souls who are awake to our divine natures, and we are here to teach others to expand. So let's talk about what it means to be an activist in love. In unity, activism doesn't always look like marches or megaphones like we're going to experience soon in the next couple of weeks. But though it certainly can, we're going to be doing that. A lot of us are. It's also about energetic activism. It's the courage that we have to meet the darkness with the light. It's refusing in our lives to let hate bring us back into and contract our energy into ourselves. We are pulled and standing firm in our compassion that pulls us towards a space of love and light instead of fear and chaos. Every time that we do that, we stand our ground and say, we are activists of love and light. We are bringing that to that energy to the situation. We are not lowering our energetic level to go down to a space where there's chaos and fear. We are staying within that level of love and light. And every time we do that, our vibration expands, and you help lift up the collective behavior of the entire group. So if you are with a bunch of people and you are there holding that space, you are in essence up leveling the energy of humanity each and every time you do that. So when you see injustice, yes, act out. Act and say, you know what? Speak up. This is protection of the vulnerable. We are protecting those who are, like Jesus would say, those that lesser than these. And you know what? We need to remember that we are in that higher vibration. Every time we go out, whatever situation we are in, they are in anger, they are in despair, they are in judgment, they are in hatred, they are in prejudice, they are in discrimination. We hold love, we hold light. And when we think that way, we become the conduits of that energy in the world. It was Myrtle Fillmore who said, let the life that is in you radiate peace, goodwill, and love to all. There is nothing to fear. So when you hold your space, of love and light, you know that that is all that you need. That's all that you work from. Everything else is just somewhere else that needs to be eradicated. with your love and light. And you hold your space with that. You hold your ground and you be the conduit. You be the light in the world. The text says it's necessary for you to look beyond the physical manifestations. And that, again, is hard. And this is what they call spiritual sight. And I'm sure Jen will talk about that again in a couple of weeks when she's here. It's what Jesus meant when he said, do not judge by appearances. So no matter what's going on, it's hard to remember. I know, because I get angry too. Jesus got angry. The Buddha got disgusted and left his home and went wandering around the world because he didn't feel that he was living the life he should live. So when you are out of sorts, when you see someone else out of sorts, we adjust. How do we adjust? Do we go with what it is that they're expressing and get angry and judgmental and point fingers and argue? Or do we say, I do not agree with you? That is not where I am. I am here because I want to show love and light in the world. And where you're going is not going that way. Where I am going, you can go with me. I'd be happy to show you. Of course, not people, those people in that energy is not going to want to have a conversation like that. So if you're having a conversation and they don't hear you, that's okay. Because your energy is in the right space, at the right level, expanding and connecting with all those people around you. And even if that individual that is acting in a way that you do not agree with is doing so, you hold your ground, you hold the light, and in some space, you are changing them, even if it's minuscule, even if it is something they cognitively do not understand, consciously are not aware of, but you're still adding to what it is that they're learning in this lifetime, adding to the energy that is moving through them and as them. And even though they're contracting in this lifetime, that's not your issue or problem. You are expanding, always expanding, and holding that space of love and light. So when we remember that love changes everything, it softens all of our judgments. It dissolves our idea of superiority because we are responsible for our energy and our energy only, but we're here to teach others and help them to expand. It also invites us to be compassionate and to begin to see everyone, even the difficult ones, as part of our soul's curriculum. So we are learning, this is our lesson. What are we learning? What is that person bringing to our lives? What is this circumstance bringing to our lives that is teaching us, that is helping us to rise our energy up and to expand instead of contract? Some people enter into our lives to teach us love. Others are here to teach us how to set really good boundaries. Others teach us how to be patient and how to be forgiving. All of them, consciously or not, are participating in expansion, whether they know it or not. So the next time you're confronted with someone who is triggering or somebody who might make you angry or pull you into a different energy space, take a breath and say, I see your soul. I honor your journey, and I choose to love you despite and in spite of all of this. The passage continues and ends with, you incarnate to increase your vibrational level and the vibrational level of others, and ultimately the vibrational level of the universal all. So every act of love that you show, every time you forgive, or you are in a space of gratitude or compassionate towards other people, adds to the light of the whole universal all. You are not a small being that's struggling all by yourself through life. You are an expression of the universe itself each and every moment you take a breath. You are here to awaken to the divinity within you. The entire cosmos, the entire universe, the entire expansion can expand because of you and does because of you and every being on this planet, because the energy learns through each and every person, from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. And we can see the results of that in our own world. We see how things change from one time era to another. And so we see that. And so it's obvious that that's what's going on. So we're invited to learn. While we're here in this time, in this space, let's learn how to expand, how to connect with that higher vibration, so we can continue on having the experiences of love and light as we continue on throughout our expansion in the universe, even beyond our human incarnation at this moment. Be conscious of your vibration. Be conscious of your energy. Notice what lifts it up, whether that be kindness or gratitude or love or prayer or meditation. And notice what brings you down. Is it judgment? Is it fear? Is it resentment? Or do you feel separate from other people? And then you make a choice. You choose. Do you want to feel separate? Do you want to be judgmental? Or do you want to experience kindness? Do you want to experience joy? Do you want to see beauty? Each time you choose these things, you choose love. You raise the vibration of yourself, but you also raise the vibration of the field all around you. So as we close this talk, as we move into meditation, I'd like you to remember, as we go into meditation, what am I choosing to hold in my vibration today? Ask yourself that. What am I choosing to hold in my vibration today? And how am I being called to be an activist in the name of love? And how can I see beyond the appearances in this physical realm and see the soul behind each and everything? Because that's our real work. That's the real work of our soul. Not to be perfect, not to have the perfect experience, but to learn and to expand and to contribute to this beautiful universe that we call love. All right, so let's go into meditation, and we'll go a little bit further into what we're talking about. So hold on just one moment. Take a deep breath in and gently exhale. Allow yourself to arrive right here and right now. There's nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. Just breathe in and out, in and out. With each breath, feel your body settling. Feel your mind softening. And feel your heart beginning to open. You are safe. You are loved. You are held in the embrace of divine light. Now bring your attention to your heart center. Imagine a soft golden glow there, a spark of divine energy, your soul essence. This light has traveled through lifetimes, learning, expanding, and growing. There is no judgment here, only love. Only the desire to evolve, to become a greater expression of the divine in form. With each breath, feel that golden light expand. It moves through your chest, through your arms, through your whole being. You are the energy of love expressing itself as you. Now imagine that your light begins to extend beyond you, a soft, radiant energy flowing outward, touching everything around you. You are both learning and teaching, both receiving and offering love. Silently repeat to yourself, I am here to grow. I am here to love. I am here to expand the light. Allow those words to settle in your heart and feel their truth. As you rest in this awareness, imagine yourself meeting someone who challenges you, someone whose actions or words may stir discomfort, anger, or sadness. See them standing before you, not as an enemy, but as a soul like you, on a journey of expansion. Their physical form, their behavior, these are just layers. Behind them lives a spark of light. Maybe that light is dim right now. Maybe it's struggling to shine, but it's there. And breathe deeply into this moment and say within, I see the light in you, even if you cannot see it yourself. You don't condone the harm that they cause. You don't shrink from justice or truth, but you stand in your own light as you face them. Steady, clear, and full of compassion. This is what it means to be an activist in the name of love. Not to retreat into silence, but to speak and act from the vibration of divine compassion. Now imagine that your golden light begins to touch their light, not overpowering it, but awakening it. In this sacred exchange, both of your lights grow brighter, because every act of love, no matter how small, raises the vibration of the whole. Allow your awareness to widen now. See the earth before you, a luminous sphere floating in space, surrounded by countless points of light. And each light represents a soul that's growing and learning and expanding. Some are radiant, some are faint, but together they form a vast body of divine consciousness, the universal all. And your light is part of that whole. Your love contributes to the healing of the world. Your compassion lifts the vibration of the collective. Breathe that in. My soul expands in love. And in doing so, I lift the vibration of the world. Now gently turn that loving awareness within. Is there a place inside you that still feels heavy? A part of you that needs forgiveness, tenderness, or love? Place your hand over your heart and send that part of yourself the same love you offer to others. Whisper softly, I forgive myself. I honor my past. I am growing in love. Feel the warmth of divine compassion wash through you, clearing out old guilt, softening old fears. Your soul is not judged. It is loved. Always. Remembering you are here to learn, to teach, and to expand. Every experience, every joy, every challenge is part of your soul's unfolding into greater light. Take another deep, gentle breath in. And as you exhale, feel your awareness return to this present moment. You feel grounded. Your mind is clear. And your energy is radiant. Allow your light to continue to flow through your words, your actions, and your presence. For you are both student and teacher. You are both the lover and the beloved. You are both human and divine. And as we come to an end of this meditation, remember that as you move through this day, each encounter is sacred. Each soul that you meet is light. Each moment is an opportunity to expand in love. When you're ready, take a final deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can open your eyes. And remember to carry this light with you into your words, your choices, your relationships. Know that as your soul expands, the world expands with you. And so it is. Amen. All right. Well, as we come to the end of our message today, I'd like to send you off with a blessing. So close your eyes again. There is no judgment. There's only opportunity. There's no punishment, only learning. There is no separation, only the illusion of it. And in truth, we are one. We are eternal. We are luminous beings, evolving expressions of the divine on this earth. So let's remember that. Let's live from that space. And let's lift the vibration of the world by simply our power to love. And so it is. Amen. Thank you for being with me today. And I'm going to pull this down and I'm going to remove